It's about the case of Blord and VeryDarkMan that is now pending in court. I think the matter between Blord and VeryDarkMan is actually a case of fight between two online giants. Ego is actually at play. But so far, I think we are already before the court of competent jurisdiction to test. Okay, sorry. Okay, yes. We are before the court of competent jurisdiction to test who is right or who is wrong. So I'm sure with time, the lawyers who are ready to prosecute Blord should prepare their legal arsenal, because the team of Blord also has prepared their legal arsenal to test whatever allegation that has been leveled against Blord in court and know who is right.
Well, anyway, that's a minute issue. I couldn't actually see myself descending so low to join issues with VeryDarkMan on that matter, where he said I have a personal vendetta against him, and they made reference to one or two cases, and some persons have called me and said they want to take it up and they want to also charge him for cyber bullying. Of course, I told them no. I can't be seen. I'm a learned man, and I can't be seen to be dragging issues with a layman. My level, I'm too big for that kind of scandal to come down to that level. It's obvious that he is aware we are human rights lawyers, and as human rights lawyers, we don't discriminate. The issue with him and Linus Williams is an issue that commenced online. Okay, it's an issue that ordinarily should not even be around the court, talk less of the police. This is like a situation where two children decide to start insulting themselves. Your father, this one say your mother, this one say if they born you across this line, this one say you too if they born you across this line, and then one person now start crying and then start going to the police to cry and say there was a criminality that was perpetuated and all. Of course, Blord, I don't know him from anywhere. He had come out to say he trademarked Rattle, which was a lie, because he just said that to hurt VeryDarkMan, okay? But VeryDarkMan flinched, he just flinched. And same thing with seeing us, that we have gone to visit VeryDarkMan, Blord. We've gone to visit him and we've given him some moral and legal support. He is not happy that we are giving Blord that support. And he has just sparked on that okay, these guys are trying to help his enemy, let me attack each and every one of them. So that is the way he operates. He tries to bring people out, segregate them, get anything about them that probably his relationship with you before, and then he comes out and says something. But I'm happy because what he said was Mumu yellow lawyer. Of course, when you talk about Mumu, what does Mumu mean? Mumu in British language does not mean anything. In our Nigerian settings, is a vulgar abuse. And under the thought of the defamation, vulgar abuse is non-justiciable, so that's nothing. Then you said yellow. Am I not yellow? I'm a yellow lawyer. He said I was representing Dr. Sandra in the case. Of course, I'm a lawyer. I represented Dr. Sandra. Whatever he has that he was talking about, it was just because that is his personal opinion. Of course, he has a lot of followers and a lot of people fear him. He rules people with fear. He leads people with fear. He's this kind of person who intimidate people with his voice, and he tries to shut people down. But I, as a lawyer, I am not in that category of persons that can be in any way intimidated. Of course, he has some trends and some good record of calling out politicians, calling out the Nigerian police, and calling out any form of oppression. That's good. It's a good thing because he also furthers our human rights cause. However, this aspect of him trying to match anybody who speaks against him is wrong. For example, Sowore and I have never agreed on all issues. Sowore is my client. However, there are some things that Sowore will say. I will disagree with him. I say, no. On this one, I don't agree with you. I am not a slave. I'm a human being with my fundamental human rights and my freedom of expression. So yes, VeryDarkMan has exercised his fundamental human rights, and I wish him well. If I see him now, if I see him tomorrow, I see him on the road, I will greet him and we will greet each other as men. Yeah.
The update is that the lawyers to Blord they filed a bail application. The police has also filed a counter affidavit to oppose his bail. And the lawyers have indicated this morning that they have also filed further and better affidavits. So that is the status of the case. But for those who want to know the background to why it took this long, as I mentioned when I last met you at the airport, this was timed to coincide with the Easter holidays. Are you getting me? So that Blord will not get a quick date. And after the Easter holidays, all the judges went on vacation, and they are resuming today. But resuming today doesn't mean that they will take cases from today. So from today, they will now start giving dates for their cases. So we are waiting for that court to give a date for the bail application to be heard. Unfortunately, and I mean this unfortunately, the police filed a counter in a case that shouldn't have come to court in the first place. And that is why we are suspicious that even when you have a new police inspector general, they are not different from the old ones. Because they are just all part and parcel of the old system of oppression. So that's where we are. But I also need to report to you that Blord is doing well. He's not sick, and he will be out. And he's ready and prepared mentally for whenever he's out. So that's just another update from Kuje Prison. So yes, and to let you know that there's no great person in the world that somehow don't taste life in prison. Mandela went there, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Abiola. I am still going back. You know, it's just a matter of time. There are 3 places for freedom fighters: prison, exile, and the grave. So don't let anybody deceive you that if you are doing what is right by your society, that the system will just overlook you and not come after you, and you can end in any of these 3 places. So, but as good people, we play by the rules, but bad people create the rules by which they play. So that's why we shouldn't be having these debates at all in the first place. Somebody can just send somebody to prison and be bragging as if he has a police in the back of Nigeria police force. But that's what they turned the Nigeria police force to, which is what we have said we must fix in our lifetime. So today is April 13th, 2026. We were billed to appear before Justice Umar for the continuation of that cyber stalking matter initiated by the lawless DSS against me for calling Tinubu a criminal. But we've just been informed that the judge has not completed his vacation, and as a result, will send us a new hearing date, which we believe will be a fair date. So that's sorry. That's the update.